Well, we are just a few days away from Easter, and Seanna Thomas, nutrition consultant, is here for Meal Prep Mondays to share some Easter and Passover inspired meals that we can enjoy for the festivities this weekend. Good morning, Seanna. Great to see you again.
So happy to be here.
I notice we have here, instead of hot cross buns, we have hot cross muffins.
Yes, hot cross muffins. So I know throughout the pandemic we all baked, right? We all made bread, we all got into it, like everybody. But sometimes it's really time consuming, right? And one thing that I definitely learned is I'm terrible at making bread. So I love the idea of hot cross buns. I think it'd be really fun to make them, but it really takes a lot of time and it can be tricky, right? You have to let it rise and then, you know, punch it down, let it rise again.
Right.
So these are a great quick way if you want to make hot cross something. These are an awesome thing to do. So really easy recipe, a typical muffin recipe with, you know, we have a little bit of oil, butter, milk, all the typical stuff, eggs. We have raisins that I plumped up with a little bit of orange juice.
Yeah.
I use whole wheat flour to add a little bit of fiber. And then whatever icing you want to make, I made a little cream cheese icing, sweetened with honey, and just do the little crosses on top and you're good to go. Nice and easy, simple, and so delicious. And it still makes your house smell like a hot cross bun would, right? All that cinnamon, the clove, the nutmeg,
cloves.
all that delicious stuff. That's going to make your house smell amazing, and then you still get, you know, to have something baked, right?
Absolutely. I agree with you. Bread is not an easy endeavor for a beginner baker.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I love this, and it smells delicious. Can't wait to eat one later on.
You will, yeah.
I won't gorge on it right now. Okay, next up, I love the look of this as well. And this is the asparagus and cottage cheese tart, which you say is super easy to make.
So easy to make. So I start with a puff pastry base. So store-bought puff pastry, just roll it out. And cottage cheese is having a bit of a moment right now, right? Everybody's like, it is. People are mixing it in with their eggs and they're having like a little bit more protein on their salads and things like that. So what I did is I blended the cottage cheese with some egg, Parmesan cheese, a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's about it. And then I just spread it over top. So an asparagus cheese tart, if you look it up or you have a recipe for one, usually has like 2 cups of just cheese, which I mean is absolutely delicious, but it's a lot. So this still gives you that cheesy, salty flavor. And then you just put asparagus on top, nice thin asparagus, and you bake it in the oven for about half an hour at 375. And then you can top it with lemon, more cheese, or you can do what I did, which is a bit of a balsamic glaze, some chili peppers, whatever you really like. But it's so pretty and it's really easy to make.
Oh, wow. It looks delicious too. And you were talking about sprinkling some red onions on that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this could be a recipe as well that you take to someone's house.
Absolutely.
Like, it's very shareable.
It can be a brunch, it can be a side dish, it can be a little appetizer, whatever you want it to be. Really, really nice and simple. And once we get our Ontario asparagus too, it's going to be that much more fresh and wonderful.
Okay.
So looking forward to that.
Awesome recipe. And then finally, Passover inspired. This is a flourless coconut cake. Tell us about this one.
Yes, so a classic Passover dessert is like macaroons, maybe dipped in chocolate. There's no flour, no dairy. And so that's what I went with this cake. I was trying to come up with a recipe that, you know, would be really nice for Easter and Passover. So there's only 5 ingredients in here.
No way.
Chocolate chips, coconut oil, coconut sugar, eggs, and cocoa powder. That is it. Super, super simple, really easy. And now I understand that coconut oil, coconut sugar can be a little bit expensive. So if we're talking about budget friendly, you can just use butter and sugar, whatever you have. Not that butter's that cheap right now, but you know, whatever you have in your fridge and in your pantry. And then what I did to make it a little more fancy, because you can just serve it like that. It's rich and fudgy and delicious.
But I love the white poof.
Yeah.
That's what makes it cool.
And to keep it dairy-free, I just whipped up some coconut cream and then topped it with toasted coconut. So it has just those amazing coconut chocolatey flavors.
Wow. Coconut cream, is that something you buy in like a jug or like what? How do you get that?
It can come in a Tetra Pak, or you can buy a can of coconut milk, put it in the fridge overnight, and it will separate. The cream will come to the top, and you just scoop that out, whip it up, and you're good to go.
No way.
Yeah, so
I learned something awesome. Well, Seanna, these all look amazing. Hot cross muffins, this tart, this asparagus tart, and the flourless cake. Where can we get the recipes? Once again, remind us.
Everything will be on my Instagram account, which is Seanna Thomas Nutrition, and also on Facebook, same name, Seanna Thomas Nutrition. They will all be there this week, so keep an eye out for them.
Okay, Seanna Thomas, nutrition consultant. Of course, Bill is joining us now. He's going to be our taste tester. I'm going to try one of these these buns.
Thomas bakes.
Do you want one of these?
I'm
Okay.
so hungry at
I
this
know I
point.
have no knife for this one, but muffins.
No.
I don't
Delicious.
need a
Thank
knife.
you,
I eat with my
Shauna.
hands.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Just about
There you
everything.
go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Enjoy. Happy long weekend.
CP24 Breakfast Meal Prep Mondays are brought to you by Healthy Planet Kitchen. Live life healthy.